This thing rides like a jackhammer. Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. Today we're going to be working on this wrecked 1987 TRX125. It's got a few problems. The first thing it did is it broke the tie rod end. And then you could see on its way back, we tore off that tire and popped that tire. So no matter what, if an all-terrain vehicle doesn't roll, you got a problem. So we got to get tires back under it, and we got to get that tie rod end corrected. So I'm shopping around the Horde looking for parts, right? I don't want to take anything apart and steal stuff from that I'm going to do something with in the future. And this China-made all-terrain vehicle is considered dead, right? This frame is just not worth bringing back to life. It's got a little 90cc that runs, but I'm never going to make this go. I have other stuff to play with. So turns out this is the same thread pattern as the ones on the 125. So let's get this apart. Right, I already got things loose. So we got a problem, right? See how that's threaded? And this is threaded, right? Male don't like male, so we're gonna have to fake something here. So I collected up all the pieces and I got it jacked up, obviously, and I put the pieces in place just to see where we are. This is brought in as much as it could be, and I don't know how well, I think you guys can see that, right? To have any kind of alignment, that has to be overlap like that. So one could weld it, or I could cut these back and use the threaded portion here to put things together. Obviously I'm going to cut this off on one side and just use this little bit and then tighten the bolts up against it. So I think I'll do that. That's where it'll look the closest and give me the most strength and everything else that I need. So looks like I might have managed to put the front end together with some China parts, so that wouldn't be a bad thing. So with a little grinder action, right, this is threaded, and I just put that little piece in the center. Let's install it and move to the next thing. So it's all put together, and to be honest, the alignment really looks pretty good. So let's keep moving forward. Up next, we got to get this bolt out, get this plate off. You can see I already took away the shoes, and we got to get that front wheel back on somehow. Here we go on the plate. 1, 2. So that's out of the way. Right, we might have to beat that back into shape. Getting the axle bolt off is easy enough. There you go. Now the right way to fix this wheel would be obviously to put new bearings in it and set it all up properly. The wrong way to do it, but it might just get you home, is with the washer. You put the wheel back on, and it's gonna weeble wobble, but it does turn and it should get you home. So I don't know if you guys remember, but this tire was flat. So let's get it off and see what the problem is. Maybe we could get it working well enough that we could ride on it. Looks like I found the problem. I'm gonna have to break the bead loose and see what's going on there. That's a big leak. Little bead breaker action that that broke easy. Yeah, there's a lot of water, a lot of rough right there. I don't know if that's going to seal. I'm going to give a quick sniff. Maybe I have a tube. Let's hope. For you guys who follow my channel, you know I really don't like borrowing parts, but I'm kind of desperate, right? I want to get this done today, so I'm going to borrow the wheel and tire from this, I don't know, 85, 86 TRX125. So this is sketchy as heck, but it rolls. So actually even turns somewhat. So you can't complain about that. So I want to start this thing up and ride it. I'm thinking it's a little low on oil. I'd be wanting to top that up. So I'm told this thing runs, quite honestly, the gas looks good. Smells good. Well, we got a neutral light. We got a key and we got neutral light. I'm liking that. What do we have left? All right, you seized. Now, I wonder if the hand choke works. Feels like there's something there. On. Got a mighty dead battery. See if it'll pull start. God, you gotta love a Honda. Doesn't sound great, but it sounds like it's got something there. You know what, I'm gonna set up the camera, we'll give it a little fuel, and we'll see if we can't get this puppy running. Actually, before we do that, I should really take a look at the air cleaner. Oh, we have a visitor. Well, toolkit's gone. Let's see what we got up here. Oh, there's an air filter. That looks good. I always like to find them with an air filter. Looks like the choke cable's all hooked up. Yeah, I should just need to grab the camera. Right, it's got gas, it's got oil. Should be ready for a ride. So, let's see if it loves me enough to start. You know, you gotta love a Honda though. Okay, let's see what we can do with this thing. Key on. Wow, it's been a while since I've sat on a Honda. I assume the gears are up. Second. That shift was easy enough. Alright, this is sketchy as hell. Remember how I put that front wheel on. The clutch is slipping. How the hell was he riding this? On lost trails with the clutch slipping like that.
Yeah, you guys hear it? Speed isn't increasing, it's just the... Might as well keep it in lower gears, keep the RPMs up. Now, boy, this thing rides hard. Yeah, this thing rides like a jackhammer. You know what, with the clutch slipping like that, I mean, the front wheel was no big deal to fix. But once again, with the clutch slipping like that, this thing was only worth $300. Yeah, the steering does a little bit what it wants to do by itself. Depends which way you kind of lean. The, what is it, the right-hand wheel is attached properly. So if you're going left and you're leaning on the right-hand wheel, it goes left pretty good. But if you go right and you lean on that wheel that's not really very well attached, it does weird stuff. I hear chirping out the back too. I don't know if that's the brakes or... I don't know how he was riding this with this clutch slipping like this. I mean, you're just asking to walk home. Yeah, you can hear that front wheel clattering away. It almost idles. I'm just curious if it charged the battery. Yeah, it did charge the battery. Right, you couldn't have done that before, so that's a good sign. So, it runs. What do I think? Given that it's got a slippy, slimy clutch in there, I'm gonna have to look that up. For this thing, it's money time. What do I mean by that? I gotta buy a set of new front wheel bearings. I have to see if the front drums from an earlier model TRX125 will fit this, right? Or the 110 version, you know, the horizontal piston motor. This is, I consider that more of a vertical piston. So I got to see if the horizontal piston stuff will fit. This thing was used. Somebody rode the daylights out of this poor thing. The guy I got it from was an adult, and he, I don't know, probably 160 pounds, 150, 160. He wasn't very big, he wasn't very tall, and he wasn't wide, so let's call him about 160, maybe 165. He was at least as tall as I am, might have even been slightly taller. So he was not small on this machine. He was a pretty good sized individual. Once again, I'm not familiar with the Lost Trails there in Dunmore. I don't know if that's some easy riding, you know, where basically you get out there and it's pretty flat and level and wide, and you don't have too much crazy to do, or if it's, you know, you're climbing the side of a mountain using your all-terrain vehicle as a mountain goat, basically trails only as wide as you are, switchbacks, you know, gravel climbs or shale climbs, you know, loop-de-loops, all the rest of it. So once again, I'm really just not familiar with it out there. So I don't know how easy it is to ride. If it's basically my trails, I guess even with that slip-slidey clutch, it would do it. All right, so I'm sure you guys are going to let me know what y'all think. I want to thank you all for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember, feet down, heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.